Hello! Hello, 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 hello. Thanks for getting your bits out on the stream again, Amy. That's 100 bits.
Stop getting your bits out!
Caring and supportive daughter.
Amy's sprinkling the bits all over the stream with 100 bits saying, "Hi, Dad."
It's no longer sugar daddy anymore, it's sugar daughter. Wait.
Sugar daughter.
Yeah, sugar daughter at this point.
It tracks.
I am here, and I am. My name is John, and I am joined by Sean.
I am here. Kind of.
Most of Sean. We are joined by Sean.
Hello.
We are joined by Kiri.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Hello, everyone.
We are joined by Richard.
Hello.
We are joined by Queen Creeps.
Hello, hello. What's all this then?
And we are joined by Tanny.
Hey. I'm almost choking on my slide. I apologise for the coughing bit.
And we are here to play D&D. Who wants to do a recap of what happened last time?
Oh, boy. What didn't happen last time?
Sorry, my brain has drawn a blank. Sorry.
I have some idea, if people are okay with me.
Yeah, go for it.
So this
Go
was
for
a
it.
lot of travelling through the proper icy bit, trying to find a tower. And it was a lot of survival checks and going through snow. We saw a dragon. That was good. The dragon flew overhead. There was a lot of conversations, a lot of them around moss. AJ, I think, was trying to recruit them into some sort of double act.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm watching again the distinct feeling of if Moss says no, AJ is going to kill Moss.
No.
It's like join the team.
Oh,
Or
die in the snow.
yeah, that
yeah.
was
That is so evil.
subtext. And my character Dax in no way had any murderous subtext. Was taught as well. There's a lot of taunting the Moss, trying to understand what their deal is and where what's happening with them. And so yes, there was a lot of just sort of a lot of survival checks. We saw some ogres who were having a race.
Giants.
Giant.
Giants.
Yeah, narrowly dodged that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone hit up a tree, if I remember rightly. And it was sort of this sort of thing of trying to survive. And then we found a caravan. And there was a lot of blood. And no people.
Mhm.
So we followed the tracks of blood. And after a while we started hearing this weird laughing sound. Laughter. And we found some gnolls who were up to no good. One can only assume. Well, we killed them, so I really hope they were.
They had been snacking on a person when you found
That's
them.
right.
Yeah,
So
That's
Fully.
I think we
yeah.
can fairly safely say they were definitely up to no good.
Yeah, and we had a fight with them, and killed them, and I think that was the end of the session. So it was sort of like, in some ways, not a lot happened, but it was a lot of just surviving through the wilderness and.
Good stuff.
So yeah, you ended last session by defeating the gnolls, and as we come back into this session, the bodies of the gnolls rapidly just turn to sort of a black sludge powder combination, and there are small blobs where the gnolls used to be, as they very rapidly decay into this ooze.
Is that normal?
This is average for gnolls. They are
okay.
they are fiendish in nature, and so when they are killed, they tend to get pulled back into one of the hellish domains for recycling purposes. You are left with the remains of a mostly consumed human.
Aye.
And a rather sizable locked chest. The gnolls appear to have carried / dragged here from the caravan.
Who's good with locks?
Got talons if that counts.
What skills do lock picking things come under?
Yeah, onto the rogue.
Dexterity.
Sleight of hand,
I mean,
possibly, or lockpick tools.
I mean, I've got knock.
Oh, true. Knock on it.
Do we want to check for
I
traps
walk up to
first?
it. You can try. I'm on the way to it.
I'm gonna touch it.
Carrion starts slowly walking over towards the chest.
Could I have check for traps?
Oh, Jesus Christ, I just realised Cherish is health right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How's Cherish looking?
9 out of 43 people!
Right. I'm gonna. Oh, the game's paused.
I couldn't
never mind.
touch the box. It's my star.
Hey everyone, look at me. I'm gonna go touch the butt.
Oh boy.
Dax, if you would like to roll me a perception check, we'll see if you spot any traps. You give the box a look over, and you can see that it doesn't, as far as you can see, doesn't have any traps to it. It seems to have relied mostly on its
I get 7 hit points back.
being mobile
Cherish.
and the heavy lock that is on it seems to be their main defense. They haven't thought to trap the chest just yet. So you feel confident in letting Carrion knock on the chest.
Do it.
Is it like a padlock on it? Lock set into the.
It's set into the chest.
I'm going to attempt to open it first before I waste a spell slot.
It doesn't
That hand
open.
of his for me.
Yeah, it was
I jostled it.
7 back to you.
Just making sure that I didn't waste the spell slot.
Yep,
And
that
on a
is-
bloody 17,
That is entirely fair. That is a very good thing to check.
so I can't. Until I cast knock.
There is a loud that emanates out from the chest, and there is a click, and the lock, the top of the chest springs open a little bit.
It's for my players now.
And just the Mind Flayer unfolds and jams a tadpole in your eye, and we're playing Baldur's Gate 3 now, guys.
Woo!
You can see inside Carrion and Dax being the two that are closest to this. 13 gemstones. There's a large amount of money, which I can give you the exact numbers of as and when people are ready to loot split things.
We've got gemstones. 13, you say?
13 gemstones.
Yep.
3 potions of healing. And a spell scroll.
Well, that can go for our good old friend Carrion.
Spells of what?
Of burning hands.
Looking nice.
Um,
Uh,
and then is somebody ready to note down the gold amounts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, before I tell you the gold amounts, I'm going to say that fox boy has just jumped into the channel and gifted Queen Creeps with a subscription
Why?
with the
Gee.
notification, "Love me!"
What?
In small
Why?
caps.
It's so Why have I ever done anything for this channel? Oh, I got a badge. Yay. Love
Hey,
that. Thank you.
That's not enough. You must love him.
No, no, she doesn't love you, but AJ will perform a little dance for you now.
So that also gives me a chance to just say real quick, it's September, and if you buy subs now, you get like, you get an amount off of
Always
it.
be there.
Also, that fox boy says, "Don't thank me, thank my good friend Randem Chance."
Please.
Well, I would love to buy one from you, John, but unfortunately it's been bought for me.
Yeah, well,
September's ruined!
you have back to the money at hand. 1,000 copper pieces.
Ooh.
1,000 copper,
3,000 silver.
3,000 silver,
2,300 gold.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Electrum.
Right. Is this going to be in the chat, by the way? So
I
can...
believe that Sean is writing this down to share into the chat, yes.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, sir.
And 130 platinum pieces.
Oh, mwah.
how many of us are there now? Is it 6 or 7? I can't remember.
Six.
There are 6 travelling with you at the moment.
It's always been 6.
You
I don't remember a certain
That's
goal.
what-
you can split it 7 ways.
We're not doing that! So, party member will get... If it will let me... If my computer, being the dickhead that it is today, will let me navigate back, it is... that much each.
So, every party member gets 166 copper, 500 silver, 383 gold, and 21 platinum pieces.
Good.
no.
Sounds a
And-
lot like maths.
Higgity haggity maggity.
So...
Later.
Damn you.
That's later news.
This is quite a find.
I'm worried that it actually belongs to somebody.
But yeah, they're dead now.
Honestly, not fair, not
Sorry to
fair
say
point.
that. Sean's opinion.
Alright, I'm gonna have to attempt to party funds. Teehee,
Teehee.
teehee, motherfucker. Well, I'm gonna try to attempt this into my character sheet despite being on a tablet and a very wonky mouse. Wish me luck, my dudes. Adventure.
Meanwhile,
Is there anything else in the chat that suggests who it belonged to? Just while we're here.
you do not see anything.
Okay.
I'll give you a few minutes to note those things down.
And there was 13
Yeah,
gems
especially
as well.
when
There were 13 gems, yes.
please you gonna behave yourself. Guys, what is 47 plus 383?
silver.
430?
Yeah.
430, yes.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I forget you can just write maths into Foundry and it does it for you.
Yeah, it's a computer. What are your plans as you set off away from the this site?
Oh shit! I don't know.
What time of day is it?
With this fight, it's sort of early afternoon.
Does anyone need to take a short rest or anything?
Immediately, Cherish puts her hand up, like, yeah. Most likely need one. And she kind of slips down on the snow, just like, ugh.
That fight took it out of me. Don't have anything left in the tank to help with that besides the healing I already gave you. Well, we could head back to the carriage and use it as a kind of... Well, no, it's covered in blood. It's like, what? Middle of the afternoon, you said?
Like,
Yeah.
1:30, 2 o'clock.
So, right around sunset, then.
Yeah, getting close to sunset here, yes.
How do we take our chances in the dark if we stay here for an hour?
I don't know.
Where you are at the moment is pretty open.
I mean, if we go on with people badly hurt,
It's...
we might see them coming, but then they'll kill us.
Right, yeah. Best to camp now, then.
I mean, are we just going to stay here for the...
Is there
For the
anywhere
moment?
close that we can get to that's a little bit sheltered? Just like a little bit of tree cover or some sort of hill we can kind of get behind.
Roll
or
me
anything
a perception check.
Gonna go with. Let's see what happens. Weirdly.
You look out and you can see roughly the direction that you're traveling in. Maybe another half hour or so along the direction you're traveling in. There is a hill that you could take cover either on top of or choose a direction to take shelter behind.
Moss will sort of point that way. We might at least be able to use the hill for some cover from the wind and maybe a bit of, shelter if something else comes running past. Something
Sounds
like
good
that.
to me.
It's looking clear for the moment.
Yeah, as long as I just sit down, that'll be good.
I don't have anything healing-wise to be able to offer you, I'm sorry.
We did get 3 healing potions from that chest, but it seems,
Yeah.
I'll do a couple of rests. I'll be alright. As long as I just rest up, I'm good.
So you're going to head to the hill and start your long rest? Is that the plan?
I believe so.
That would be my inclination, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bear with me just a second.
And
I
just
don't
know.
making sure we keep Cherish in the middle. just in case.
as this
Yeah,
is
despite the fact that she is beefed up. She ain't. They got her. This fucking gnolls.
as this is quite early, could Dax do a bit of hunting and foraging in the area before, we actually get time to when we're going to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got time to do that. Roll me a survival check and a perception check.
Okay, give me 1 second, because I do. You'll be dead surprised to know this, John. I have some abilities in regards to
Survival checks in this, don't you?
Well, I believe it. I have a thing where it's just like I can find enough food for X many people just without a roll, but I'm more than happy to roll because I think that's so survival and perception was that.
Yes, please. I need to press a button really fast. 1 second.
Oh. Oh.
There are other numbers.
I don't believe you.
Oh boy.
I've just.
No, Michael, not that button.
Again, just to see what happens.
No. You get 2 nat 20s.
I'm just awesome.
Just double checking the exact wording of a thing because I have done this. I have looked this up before and I just want to get the exact wording of it. So your foraging means that you find twice the food you normally would.
Brilliant.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you find enough food to support a certain number of people.
Yeah.
If the food isn't there, you can't just go like, oh, here it is.
Fair enough.
But you do manage to find food. Because, a nat 20 means something.
Just see the fucking chat right now.
So you find the group decent food and water for the night. You do also spot something that I'm going to describe when I find the right page in my notes.
At the wagon!
You spot from a distance. And it's... Oh, Tanny has redeemed a stretch.
No.
Yes.
You spot from a distance. You had maybe half an hour away from the group, you realise at this point, and you've got another... You spot maybe another half hour of travel further out, but it's clear and open flat land, so you can see quite well quite a distance.
Yeah.
You see a 20-foot high, irregularly shaped spur of rock jutting out of the tundra. It's smooth and shiny, meaning it can't possibly have been worn down by the wind. It looks utterly out of place in this environment.
Oh, so could this be the thing that we've been looking for the whole time?
This could be the thing you're looking for.
Okay.
It's maybe an hour's travel and it's maybe an hour's travel from where you're camping, but you now know, at the very least, where to maybe take everybody in the morning.
Could I get a bit closer?
How close would you like to get?
Well, it's half an hour away from where I am, I think you said, so 15 minutes I'll travel.
Okay.
And I'm very good at being stealthy in my favorite terrain.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just stealthily move forward carefully. Do you want me to roll for stealth?
No, I'm not going to make you roll for stealth. You stealth. You move quietly, and you know how to cover your tracks. Roll me a history check as you're looking at this. When you get up to as close as you're going to get to it this evening, you can discern the following information. The stone, the shiny stone, was not naturally formed, nor was it manually hewn, but shaped by magic.
Okay.
You also determine that the protruding rock is the top of a larger structure that continues under the ground.
Okay.
And so you see a 20-foot high section of it, but you can tell from the way that it is shaped, there is more of it that goes subterranean from here.
Could I spend 10 minutes just watching it and seeing if anything comes or goes or lights up or vanishes or, you know?
You spend 10 minutes quietly tucked into some form of foliage, looking out. You can see there is a... from here you can see that there is sort of an opening in the stone.
Ooh.
But you don't see anything enter or exit in the time that you're watching it.
Okay. Well, I shall head back. That was a very good idea to go hunting and foraging. It's a very good idea to roll those natural 20s as well. Yeah. I'm okay just to get back to the party. I'm not going to get jumped by...
You do indeed get back to the party without trouble.
And
it's taken you a little bit longer than you'd suspected it would to travel out that far and to do the hunting. So if you told them it was going to be X amount of time, you know, you're almost double how, you know, what you thought it was going to take, but presumably they're waiting for you. I assume they don't mount a rescue attempt immediately.
Let's start hunting.
It's too late. He's already dead.
Oh dear.
You can't kill them if they're already dead.
If my character does die, you lot are in a lot of trouble getting out of here, I think.
Can I just say, I was supposed to say that as AJ, but slipped into Poppy by accident. Can you tell I'm playing too many bards right now?
Yes. And it's pretty obvious you're about yourself.
Right. As I was saying, sorry, I slipped into Rillen there. We can't kill them if they're already dead.
So what do we do?
Kill him.
So I return, laden with food, which I will...
Did you find anything else? Did you find the spire? What did you find? Anything else?
Oh, wonderful! I'll get the stew going.
Funny you should mention that spire. Because yes, I think I
Yeah,
did
I'm
find.
getting enough of this tundra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thought-
there's
yeah,
fire.
I mean, I did find it. Yeah, it's like that way.
What?
About an hour.
Boy.
So, yeah, weird tower, definitely magic in construction, sticking out of the ice, but then seems to go, deep down under the ice. So, if it's not the place we're looking for, it's it's another weird magic tower in the middle of nowhere.
You know what?
Well, I
I
mean-
would be surprised if there's. I won't be surprised at that point.
Well, how many of those there could there be?
I don't know.
Well, we do live amongst wizards, but would have thought
So-
they'd prefer somewhere nicer.
So we have a rest tonight. Tomorrow morning we'll head straight out.
Aye, aye.
All right. Gather around.
Yeah, me.
Give me a hug, Carrion.
I would if I
Yay.
could move.
Everybody gathers in and you generate a bubble.
Yes.
Whoop.
Well, I was just gonna have a hug, but sure, bubble hug as well.
Bubble hug.
Bubble hug. Bubble
Bubble,
hug.
bubble, bubble, bubble.
Now, everybody, what have we learned today?
That I shouldn't really mess with gnolls.
The dancing is better than aggravated assault.
You know, at this point, Ruffles, one day I'll become a bard just like you.
Yeah. Would you be a musical bard, or a dancing bard, or a storytelling bard? There's many a bard.
Well, apparently I have a quite a good singing voice according to my sister, but I think I might keep with the dancing.
Wonderful.
College of Swords?
Ooh. Now I once saw a very good
Maybe.
performance of a College of Swords bard.
Ooh.
Although we didn't much see him afterwards, after cough someone's pinky in the middle of a performance.
Yikes. Yeah,
Kinda ran out of town after that.
that's why I keep to the glamour.
That fox boy says, well, you can dance if you want to.
You can leave your
Leave
friends.
your friends behind. But if they don't dance, I don't know the rest of the words, and I've lost the thing.
The night
I'm aware.
comes and goes, and you get a long rest.
Give me that goddamn long rest.
Sweet.
Sweet,
Ah.
sweet long
Uh,
rest.
That's
Let
better.
me-
Oh yeah, you needed that.
Yep. I was like, literally all of my health points gone. Then I was like, yep, one hit and boom.
One day my brain will read Dax's long rest correctly. Every time my brain reads it as Dax takes an unexpected long rest.
Anything I do is unexpected.
You know that. What do you know? It has narcolepsy.
Every time we do this, oh god damn, another one.
Oh, damn it, another
Thanks,
unexpected long rest. You head out, and you presumably, I'm not going to put words in the party's mouth, but you follow Dax to where he discovered something that looks a lot like a magical tower the night before. If you want to completely ignore him, you can,
We think he's chatting shit. We're going the other way.
Carrie, last time you said I'm just leaving and going my own way, we all followed you. I don't think that's going to happen this time. I think you'd be going off by yourself.
You see a 20-foot high, irregularly shaped spur of rock. It doesn't have a smooth end. juts out of the tundra ahead of you. The sides of the stone are smooth and shiny, and haven't been worn down by the wind. You can tell they haven't been worked by tools to form this shape. And it does indeed look entirely out of place, as if it has been thrust into the ground.
Like somebody put it up and plunked it down.
You see a opening, a 5-foot diameter tunnel that heads inside and winds down into the frozen earth.
Well, there's no way it's this easy.
Me neither. I highly doubt this is way too easy.
Is this seriously?
I don't think
I mean,
we should try and find the back way. I think we should just go front and just be very wary of what's going on.
I don't even think there's a back way to look. Sorry?
Which way we go in, the door will be wide open anyway. And what's inside is what's protecting it.
True.
Or what's preventing it from coming out. I can see if I can try and sense for any kind of magic, just in case there be any kind of traps. Let's see. Yeah, I've now can see magic now, so if anything, just
you close your eyes and open them with the golden glow behind the center of your eyes. You look around. You see no magic in this tunnel. You do see the magic items you expect amongst your friends.
Right. Do you know how long that magic stays on for?
Detect magic, I believe, is 1 hour. It might be less.
10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. That'll be enough for me just to get my bearings. Do you have anything of magic-wise that can help us out carrying at all? Don't suppose your invisibility can get all of us in?
I can only do myself for invisibility.
Okay.
Well, I guess we just have to be stealthy.
DM.
Hello.
Would my passive perception pick up Motta's concerned look and discomfort, which they've put in the chat there? That's how I know.
Yes. You and Brim would definitely be both picking up on this, sort of Moss being a little bit weary of where you are and what's happening.
Could I just want to drop back and speak to Moss and just ask if she's okay?
I'll be fine. Just looks unnerving, not like anything else we've seen around here.
Yep,
It'll
it
be
is
fine.
that.
It is certainly out of place. Is there anything we can, I'm not really a nature person.
Can I just quickly? I was gonna say, can I quickly just poke in here real quick? Sorry. Sheriff's just gonna quickly say it's like, just to say, Dax and Rim, why don't you take the front and I'll take the back, and Moss, Carrion, and AJ stay in the middle.
Yeah.
That way we've got
Sounds
everything
good.
covered.
Works for me.
Works for me.
And that way, just in case someone comes behind us, at least we've got another force behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Dax, keep an eye out. Use your ears. If you hear anything, let us know. Everybody, use your eyes. Keep an eye out for anything.
I am alert. I cannot be surprised.
Still,
I am also very observant myself.
well, you can see that Chaz is also kind of like, bit like, this is a new territory. I do not feel comfortable. She's roughly the same amount of like, feeling the same amount of like energy as like Moss and everyone else. Like, okay, all right. We got to do this right, and I don't want anything to happen bad. I don't want nothing bad to happen. I just want to make sure everyone's fine. I'll take the back. You guys take the front. Everybody keep an eye out. Everything happens, go for it.
Are we intending to stealth in?
We don't know who or what is taking refuge in the opening since it got here.
Also, I think Carrion just about to say something as well. Yeah, go on, Carrion.
I'm just wondering why everyone's so nervous about this. We've been in cave. We've stormed the Durgar fortress, for crying out loud.
I don't know, Carrion. I think someone's just made me feel really nervous.
It's probably just me putting people on edge. I'm not used to, well, most things, but this especially.
Honestly, I feel like it's this place. Like, clearly there's something wrong with this place.
It isn't warranted. It's just I don't know what it will sound like everyone else is really nervous.
Hey, I'm not nervous, but regardless, this is Moss's sort of.
Everything, but everyone's like really. I'm getting really scared vibes from some people.
Sorry, guys. I know I should be better than this. I guess
Whoa,
territory.
Yeah.
Fear is a good thing, or it can be. You certainly don't need to apologize for it.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Something just fell over in my room.
Yes, ghosts!
That's great timing because I just spilled Coke all over me.
No! He Coke everywhere.
He's so in sync.
Turns out Amy's outside your window and it was a splashback from the Coke.
So, I've got a marching order now. Are you heading inside in that marching order?
I believe so, if we're all ready to go in.
DM, quickly, my screen on Foundry is just black. I don't know if that's intentional or...
It shouldn't be just black.
Mine did a similar thing earlier. We might need to reload.
Yeah. Should we get into the marching order on the
Nope.
splash that we're on? Oh,
I have put you in the marching order on the map you're going to next.
ooh! Love a bit of map transition. It's been so long since we've done it.
Spire looks like, but yeah.
As much as I love this campaign for exploration, I'm excited to do a dungeon again.
Dax.
Yay!
Dax and Brim, as you both head into this tunnel first. Which amongst you is going first? Because it is a 5-foot wide tunnel at the very opening. So one of you has to be the leader of the group, and it is single file.
I was thinking like Bryn being at the front and then Dax being behind, along with then whoever be like Carrion, Moss, and AJ, and then Cher's right at the back.
So Brim,
I'll take it.
You okay with that?
Yeah, fine.
Cool.
I was gonna lean over to Dax and just go. Do you want a rock paper, a boulder parchment shears for it, or should I just go first?
Make a decision.
I'll go first then. Right.
Do you want me to pass? Do you want me to cast Pass Without a Trace?
Ooh. Yes, we might as well go into this quietly.
the tightly packed snow and ice tunnel descends into the ground at a steep angle. Before we get stealth checks,
Ooh.
could I get an athletics check with advantage from everybody, please?
Ooh,
Athletics with advantage.
I think I actually am. Yeah, I'm proficient in this, baby.
Oh, rough. That's rough.
I'm going to assume that we slip in. John, you're going to have to roll for carrying.
I will roll.
John
Yeah.
is BRB'd.
You know what, guys? Out of character, you know what's really annoying right now? So I've not long had a roast dinner. I would have thought I'd be fully full for the rest of the day, but I'm actually feeling hungry again.
Do we have an AJ? Is there an Amy in the building?
Yes.
Could
Trying
you,
to clean this coke off me.
between cleaning the coke off yourself, could you roll me an athletics check with advantage,
can.
please?
Thank you. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
With advantage. Oh, that was almost 20. Damn.
Brim
Plus.
and Moss.
Goodbye, Jojo.
Brim, we'll start with you, Brim, because
Yeah,
you are at the start of the group.
Yeah.
You start
Start.
making your way down the slope, and it is a very steep, slippery slope.
Mm-hmm.
And you lose your footing.
Shite!
And you go sliding on down. And
Uh-oh.
Moss, you similarly, in the middle of the group, lose your footing and come sliding down. You both land prone in the starting area of this next map, and you both have taken
Whoa, 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 whoa!
4 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam
Nice.
into the ground
Wait.
/wall.
Do we have any time to react to this?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I was. Would this count as falling damage for purposes of?
Yes, it will.
Oh, fantastic! I don't take anything then.
You start sliding down the slope, and you stick your hand back into the ground and
Whee!
cut a trench into the ground with one hand, and just still fall prone at the bottom of the slope. But
I'll take that.
How many people did I slide past on my way?
You know what?
I
That's
believe.
just you.
As
Oh,
you slide past Carrion, and as you slide past AJ, they just and you just start slowly sliding,
Woo.
and you actually don't take the damage. So I'm gonna play with a new thing on this. I have a new thing that allows me to undo damage that's been taken.
Sorry,
but-
I didn't realize you were falling.
Oh no, I undid it again, it's fine.
Yay.
But we now move to the map.
Whee!
And to do that, I'm going to press that. And also...
I'm
No
gonna
falling
press
damage
this
and
button.
can... So am I on my feet then? Creature...
Yes.
Land on the feet.
Oh.
Ta-da!
Sweet.
Look at that little town, guys.
So, as you... The thing you see behind you as you look out the door that obviously doesn't actually exist this way, you see a view of what the tower might once have looked like. That's what's behind the group at the moment. But what you see in this room, the slippery tunnel opens into an upside-down room, the contents of which are covered in frost. Across the tunnel is a wooden door that's flush with the ceiling, which at one point would have been the floor. The door is slightly ajar, and flanking it are two identical stone statues that hang down like stalactites. Across from the statues are sconces with upside-down flames burning in them. There are flames in them that still point to the ceiling, but the ceiling is now the floor.
It's not a spire.
Cherish, even
It's
without
sunshine.
your detect magic, you can tell that
Yes.
these flames are in fact magical because they are pointing the wrong way.
Oh. Okay. I let them know.
Moss is currently doing the thing that kids do when they're trying to read stuff upside down, where they just turn their head further and further to like.
AJ just cranes his neck all the way upside down.
This place is weird.
Yeah.
Also, thanks for stopping me falling.
Oh, of course.
The roof that used to be the floor is about 12 feet up from here. The doorway in front of you is 8 feet tall, meaning there is a 4-foot high section of wall, and then door starts.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Alright, well, anyone hurt? Boss, are you okay? You took a bit of a tumble there.
Yeah, I'm good. AJ
Alright.
caught me. Magically speaking.
I look through, I'm assuming there's supposed to be a is that, can we see out of that?
You
Is that
can't.
just like the
That's
stairs?
like that goes back up to the tunnel
That
that
goes back
leads
up to the
out.
stairs. Could I, is
I'll
this...
put a door. I'll put a wall on it so that we all know that that's a
Hmm.
wall.
Cause I was wondering, because I was like, oh, that's a weird thing out there. But I would like to open the door. It says I'm right here. It's already slightly ajar, isn't it?
It's slightly ajar, so you can pull it open fairly easily.
Great. I'd like to pull the lid off of the jar and open the door.
Brim, what about these? Should we check out these statues?
Well, considering there is a 4-foot little thing, I just sort of pushed open the door to see what was in the rest of the hallway. But yes, what about these statues? Can I use, what stone are they made from?
They are made from, I'm gonna go with, roll me a history check with advantage because of stone cutting.
I love using this. It never comes up usually.
I will also point out that it does actually say that if you'd been there to roll the history check that Dax made last night, it does point out in the text of the adventure, the dwarf's stone cunning trait is used here.
Amazing.
So you missed that chance.
Oh, only a 10.
It looks to be a grey stone. You're not entirely sure what it is.
Oh, could be.
The statues
Really?
The statues merge seamlessly with the ceiling and depict a long-faced human dressed in wizard's robes, clutching a staff.
Huh.
Tanny?
Yes.
Cherish even. I don't know why I called it Tanny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's Tanny?
Yeah, are those statues magic?
Are they magic, John?
You look at them and you can see that they would have once held a enchantment, but they have long since faded.
Well, it looked like they used to hold magic, but it's not there anymore. It looks pretty faded now. The only magic I'm seeing is Carrie and AJ and you being quite magical at this point.
Also, Brim has got some magic on him, but I can't work out how to make the cauldron magical.
Oh yeah, and the cauldron's also magical, though,
That-
as you can see.
The problems with that cauldron.
Yeah, it's
No,
unending.
Well, he's BRB now. Now's your time.
With the door open, you can see a corridor that leads down to a set of what once would have been stairs, but they are now so filled with rubble and ice that they can no longer be used. But there are 2 doors down this corridor.
So is this corridor, is this upside down as well?
Yes.
So like we couldn't have used the stairs anyway.
You could have possibly worked out a way to get up the ceiling of the stairs, but yes.
So, can you remind me? Are we all now officially like proper, all down together now? Yeah.
You've all made your way down. Some of you slower than others.
Oh boy.
Should
I
we
guess
head
the
through
question is who's going over first?
I can go over first if you want to stay in our sort of marching order that we had. I felt that was quite a good one.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right.
Could I do an investigation check just in this room to search any cool shit?
Yeah?
Hmm.
I feel quite bad about the stun canning though.
I
Only
think so,
10.
right?
Oh.
You look round and you are fairly confident that in this opening entranceway there is nothing to find. Where are you heading now? Brim, you are leading.
Right. I think I'll move up. Can I give a listen at the doors as I'm sort of.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's better. 22.
You press your ear to the door, and you don't hear anything.
Is this door? I'm assuming there is also like a 4-foot thing because it's off of the.
Every door has the same sort of 4-foot gap between what would have been ceiling and top of door, but now is bottom of door and.
Right. Yeah.
Door.
I'll like to open this one, I guess.
This one.
This one.
This room contains shattered and jumbled equipment, much of it near or under 2 heavy wooden work tables. One on its side, the other is upside down.
Oh.
What a waste.
Looks like a jumbled about workshop over here. And then I'll move over to here. And to do the same thing.
Roll me a perception check. You press your ear to this door, and you don't hear anything.
Right. I'll open this door as well then.
In this room, you see tall bookshelves affixed to the outer walls that have spilled their contents on the now floor. A large table lies on its side, one leg broken. And to the east of the entranceway, you see a 5-foot wide tunnel that leads downwards.
Looks to be some sort of library, and there's also a tunnel. It seems to be dug downwards.
Hmm.
Oh. Would you want to explore that, or would you rather stay in here?
I'll take my first steps into the room if you'd like. Dax, do you want to take that one?
The room to the north.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, I'll come with you.
Ooh.
Oh, I see it.
Alright.
Is it like narrow? Is it like tight?
It's 5 foot wide. It's there is a decent amount of space to it, but you can sort of press your way down it.
Alright, well, look on the
climb.
bright side. It's not 5 inches small.
I see books. I start rifling through the books to see if there's anything.
I'll help. I'll help carry it.
Carrion, roll me an investigation check with advantage.
I will, with my character sheet opened up again. Investigation.
Whoop whoop.
Investigate.
Nice.
Is it rolling?
Yeah, I did. 21.
You look through the books and you can see a lot of the books are just sort of odds and ends. You get the feeling that a number of the books have been removed by a previous group to have found the tower.
Oh.
You do pick out a couple of books that you think would be potentially of interest. The Magical Wonders of Netheril, The Mysteries of the Rime, and Wizards in the Hollow.
Interesting.
I have. Please, because I got.
So those Magical Wonders of Netheril, Mysteries of the Rime, and Wizards in the Hollow.
Sounds saucy.
Sounds pretty good book, actually.
Could I grab one of these rocks and throw it down the hole?
Yes.
Then I will do that.
You pick up a stone and you throw it down the hole.
Something knocks it back.
At the bottom, you just say, ow!
Ow! It hits the ground maybe 10, 15 feet below.
Oh, so it's not that big a hole.
Doesn't seem to be that deep.
Alright, can I scale down it then?
Yes.
Just be careful, AJ.
If you step up a platform, and you should see a book.
A book, yeah?
So if you move your character token 1 square north, and then
yes.
click the book,
Whoa! Oh god!
everything went fine. You climb down.
And then it's just like, you hear it go down, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he hits the bottom, oh.
This room contains 2 metal cages, both badly damaged. Nearby, 2 roughly dug tunnels, the one that you've climbed down and another one in the floor, lead to the other areas of this space. You can see narrow windows along the bowed outer wall that afford you a glimpse of the earth which you have now been dug into.
Wow. And there's nothing in the cages.
One of them holds a humanoid insectoid carapace.
Carapace.
Roll me a nature check.
Oh, it's so cute. Nature.
Not going to hole, just standing at the edge of the hole.
That is a 8.
You do not recognize this creature.
Dinner.
Is
Is it like... Is it big,
Girl.
big, or is it like...
It's about the size of a human.
Okay. That's...
Everything all right there, AJ?
I don't know whether I've just walked into a one-man zoo or some kind of weird sex dungeon, but yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
On that note, I'm going to cut back to the other people in the workshop.
Good, because I will
Hi.
be right back.
In the workshop, as has been described, you can see a room that contains shattered and jumbled equipment. Much of it either near or under two heavy wooden work tables, one which is laying on its side, the other which is upside down.
Of any of the stuff in the room that is against the wall, is there any sign of it having scraped along the wall, like if the space flipped upside down?
You can see evidence of such. It's happened a long time ago, but you get the feeling that's what's occurred.
This place has literally flipped upside down.
It's like maybe they're looking for something, maybe?
No, like
The
physically, the whole space has flipped upside down. Like
Yeah,
holds hand in space and turns it over.
a giant hand
Oh.
came, picked up the tower, spun it round, dropped it back.
Can I
Oh.
do an investigation?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to join you on that one.
Or you can roll with advantage. One of
Yeah,
you can
go
roll
roll
with
advantage.
advantage.
Are you taking advantage or am I, Tanny?
My advantage is +1, so you can do it. No,
Okay.
I don't have advantage. You know what I mean. Ain't good. I think you can.
Investigation.
You have
Deal.
very pretty dice, I've noticed.
Yeah,
Heckin' pretty
I
dice.
played with them for ages.
Yeah.
You go through the wreckage, and the only thing that you can find in this room, besides the two tables that appears to have mostly kept its original shape, is an iron key.
Oh, wow.
I will just go and pick it straight up.
You have a key.
Cool. Iron key. Noted. Nothing else seemingly here, though.
Oh, there's a door.
Just the key. Yeah.
Hey, Law.
Lord.
Could I listen at this door?
Roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
You press your ear to the door, and you hear nothing.
Well, satisfied, I shall open the door.
The floor of this room is covered with shards of glass and frozen pools of spilled fluid, and the wreckage of two cabinets. In a niche in the far corner of the room, a metal chest is bolted to the ceiling.
And do you think it's some sort of laboratory, or, you know, I'm just cautious about what these spilled liquids are.
Don't know. Just be very careful, guys.
If I moved into the next square to the east, would I be on any of this liquid or?
You could avoid it.
Okay.
John, does that chest look like the key belongs to it?
It looks close enough that it might do.
Ooh.
Could I investigate these liquids? I have no idea what the right skill would be for that.
Roll me an investigation.
Cherish is going to make her way to the chest.
They do indeed appear to be potions that were a combination of potions that at one point were in some nice glass bottles, but have now, the glass has smashed on the floor, the potions have smashed and frozen over. You don't get the feeling that standing on it is going to cause you any problems.
Right. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, so Cherish is going to make her way to the iron chest that's stuck in the ceiling, apparently.
Yep. It's about 12 feet up.
Ooh, quite long then. Hey, Moss. Don't suppose that key belongs to that chest?
It looks like it might fit. Can we
Do you wanna
people
lift?
in here? And I mean, I'll take a lift if you're feeling strong.
Well, you know it. Just be ready if something falls out.
Yeah, basically Moss is gonna put the opening of the chest onto her shoulder, so that as she tries to turn the key, if it does try and open, the lid will be against her shoulder and won't just swing open and drop everything.
You can get your feet onto my shoulders and like stand on my shoulders.
Yeah. Do you want any rolls for attempting that, John?
I'm just going to say that with a well-practiced experience of this that you're doing for the first time, between the two of you, Cherish, you're real strong.
Yeah, I've got
Moss,
proficiency in athletics.
This feels average to you. Like you've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
There's something very natural about being up here and everything about working at heights like this.
Yep.
You put the key into the lock upside down. You balance the lid of the chest. You turn the key and the chest clicks open. And you feel the weight of the lid moves as it would have just swung open if you had let it. You carefully lower it and scoop out the 4 potion bottles that are inside.
Nice. I will pass them very carefully down to Dax.
Yep.
There is a temptation as you start carefully passing them down to just start juggling, but you manage to resist the temptation.
Yep. Noted.
You pass down 4 brightly coloured potion bottles, a green, a red, a blue, and a strange purple potion.
Is there anything else in the chest? Or, like, what's the lining of the chest? Is it just a...
There is
metal
like
chest
a fabric lining to cushion the potions.
But nothing too fancy,
But
or...
nothing too fancy.
Okay.
So there's a green and a red and a purple, and what's the other colour?
Blue.
Okay.
Any idea what they are?
Well, judging by the workshop and everything, they've been working on the potions, but no clue what they are. Not seen those type of colours before. Maybe Carrie might know something?
I guess we'll have to ask.
Yeah. Let's go find him.
Meanwhile,
And despite the fact that I still have muscle on my shoulders, we just like started walking and the muscle's still on my shoulders.
Just sat on your shoulders at this point. She's only climbed half down.
So this is quite comfy. This is quite helping my shoulders a bit. Let's go.
How long does Featherfall last?
I
Until
don't
you
know. How long-
land.
Oh, okay, fair.
Ah,
I was gonna say, if she had Featherfall again, that'd be fun.
Meanwhile, with the other group, is anything happening with you guys? You've found some cages, AJ. You don't recognize the creature within, but it is a humanoid-sized insect.
Turns to Bryn. Should one of us go down there so they know where those owls with?
Oh, you read my mind. But well, unlike both of you, I cannot fly. So I've got 100 foot of rope in my inventory. I'm gonna use some of it and set up like just an easy sort of
Easy to do.
rope down to the and then like sort of jump on in.
Well, allow me to just... Carrion, if you want to move out of the square you're in, and then if you move one square to the north and boop the button.
Whoa!
a little bit.
So you see,
right.
as described previously, Kiri, you see two metal cages that have seen a lot of wear and tear as they've been tossed around the room. One of them holds the exoskeleton of a large insect. You can see a number of windows set into the curved outer wall, but beyond them you can only see the earth.
Would I have any idea what the large insect would be?
Roll me a nature check.
Oh boy. There it is.
Oh, hi.
No.
You do not.
Huh. Well, it seems one for maybe Dax to know about. AJ, you're right. This place seems dingy.
It certainly seems.
Should we go back up and collect the rest of everyone and see what they've found, and then eventually make our way back down here?
At about this point, the other group can make their way into the library if they wish.
Well, what if you go and get them and I'll snoop around a bit more?
All right. Call if you need anything.
Of course.
Shoot.
I'm gonna listen in at this door. Actually, I'm gonna do a cool AJ maneuver. Whilst I'm walking towards the door to listen in, I will kick another rock into this hole to see how deep it is.
You listen to it carefully, and it drops about the same distance down.
Okay. Right, I will listen at the door.
Good.
Just gonna bring Cherish through the wall.
Let me in!
Roll me a perception check for that door.
Oh, perception, yeah. That is 12.
You don't hear anything.
Well, that's either a good sign or an exciting sign.
Upstairs group, as you enter the room, Brim climbs out of a hole in the ground on a rope.
Hey, right.
You see a library with books on the floor, and a large conspicuous hole in what once would have been the ceiling.
I
was just gonna say, this hole is it very much like, because I know you've seen like the tower is being like made without normal construction methods. Does this hole just look like it's just been smashed through?
The hole looks like it's been smashed through. It shares a lot of similarities to the tunnel that you entered through.
Oh.
Right. Found a couple of cages down there and some other entrances and exits, other rooms to go into. What did you find?
Laboratory, I think. Some sort of magic workshop. And some potions.
Ooh. Any idea what they do?
No.
Ah.
But I didn't smash them.
Oh, that's good.
They were in a chest on the ceiling. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Oh. How was it? Was it like welded to the ceiling, or?
It was fixed in some way, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
bolted to the ceiling.
Staying up there.
Fair enough. Carrion. Well, shall we? If we finished sort of everything up here, shall we descend? I've sort of got a rudimentary thing down there. Oh, there's just as Dax is like climbing down, it's like, oh, there's also like a massive insect skeleton, carapace, I think, in one of the cages. Yeah.
I'll have a look.
Dax, you climb down the rope and you see AJ pressing the side of their head to the door. And you see two large cages, one of which does indeed contain a large insectoid carapace. You can roll me a nature check to discern what this creature was.
Hello.
Hello.
You don't recognize it.
Spooky, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you want.
Is that cage locked?
The cage itself doesn't look like it will stand up to much if you wanted to get it out.
All right, let's open that cage up.
The cage falls apart fairly easily, and you can take out the carapace. Moss and Carrion, if you'd like to roll me nature checks, you can see if you know what this creature is or was.
I'm not gonna know.
I mean, that's fair.
I will attempt. I'm not proficient in nature, but I...
Oh, screw it, I'm intrigued. Yeah, there you go.
You do not know. Neither of you know.
Right.
17, I don't know, Jesus!
It's a really rare creature.
Is it potentially? It's not some sort of thing that's being created here.
It, for all you know at the moment, it very well could be.
Yikes. Alright,
Well,
well,
I've heard stories of massive insectoid creatures, more of umber hulks, but I don't know what this is.
It's definitely dead, right?
Well, it seems to be some sort of shedding.
oh. Oh.
It looks a lot
That
smaller than an umber hulk.
Yeah, that's what's throwing me off.
So,
Uh,
let's put it this way.
Tanny,
Is it safe
would you
to
like
open this door or
to
not?
would you like to roll me a nature check while you're snacking, Tanny?
Yeah, just put it this way. Is it safe to open the door, or should we be very, very cautious?
Ooh.
Even with that, it looks like a large humanoid ant, but you don't know what the creature is.
Ah.
Is the other cage open?
The other cage is empty, but does look as damaged.
Well, I suppose has someone pushed their way out of that cage, or does it look like it's
No,
shut?
it looks like it's closed. You can also see that there is a hole in the ground of this floor, as if whatever has tunneled through came from lower down.
We've got 2 doors in this room.
Aye. Did you hear anything behind your door, AJ?
No.
The doors sound.
What was that?
Absolute silence.
Can I listen at the other door?
Other door? Oh, I didn't even see that door. That's the hole, isn't it?
In front of the other door.
Roll me a
Oh, that is another door.
roll me a perception check.
Oh, I thought that was the hole I came out of.
Yeah, AJ, you shouldn't have been doing the perception checks if you were like...
Right, listen!
You press an ear to the door and you do not hear anything.
What if we count to 3 and open the doors at the same time? Surely nothing can go wrong.
I don't think that's a good idea at all.
Unless there's something horrible on the side of both of them, then we've got the problems.
Or there's option number 3. We jump down this hole.
I think we should take this explore everything and then continue downwards.
Right, well, I will open this door if you guys are... Get axe ready.
As Cherish pulls the axe from their back,
Yeah?
do you open the door?
Yes.
An upside-down table sits in the middle of this room, books scattered around it. Clinging to the bowed outer wall is an upside-down fireplace. Along the same wall is a window with nothing but earth behind it.
What a beautiful arrangement. You know what? I wouldn't mind this being my house.
There wouldn't be any sunlight.
Exactly! See, this is why I think you understand me. But you can come in, it's safe.
One side at a time, then.
There's another door. Oh god, no more doors.
So given the layout, this should hopefully lead into the other door.
Oh,
That should do.
2 other doors.
Karen, do you want to have a... do you know much about the make of alchemy? The
Alchemy,
making
I
of
know
potions.
Orbs. I know a bit.
We found some
Fair enough.
potions in the other room. They've got no labels. They're fun colours though.
That sounds inconvenient.
But they didn't break. This is a good thing. All the others were on the floor. And we'll hand them over.
Are you sure? They're not just brightly coloured piss.
What is it with you and piss lately?
Just
I
shrugs.
was just saying.
Oh, well.
These Netheril guys were into a bunch of really experimental weird shit, so they might be just like experimenting with piss.
What?
what?
Did someone switch your, like, apple cider for piss one time? Is that where this is coming
I
from?
don't drink. I don't drink that. So you know.
Do you only drink milk?
And water.
Fair enough.
Carrion, could you make me an Arcana check
So the
as you look at
potions
the
we have.
potions?
These are the conversations we have during our sojourn into
Oh my
the world. Arcana check, you say?
Yes, please.
Arcana check.
That is a
Because
13.
eventually it dies. It's probably not.
You ascertain that these potions are all the same form of potion. They are all potions of resistance.
Ooh.
Well, do I know resistance to any specific thing, or are they just a potion of general resistance?
They are all potions of resistance to various different things. There is a resistance to acid, cold, fire, and force.
Nice. You know, guys.
These are all potions of resistance to. Just holding up different ones. Are they specific colours, or can I say that they have no correlation?
I mean, I had said that they were orange, green, blue, and purple, but you can decide that those don't actually correlate to what they are resistant to.
Well,
One is fire.
I don't
Can
see
we
us
put
ever
labels
needing
on
to
those?
buy one.
Can we have labels?
The green one is fire. The red one is cold. The blue one is acid, and the purple one is force. That makes sense.
Just nods.
Meanwhile, there are books around this room, and there is a pair of doors. What would you guys like to
Who
do?
needs raiding?
I'm rifling through the books as AJ says. Yeah, I'm already rummaging through the place.
I'll put my ear to this door to see if there's anything on the inside of it.
Roll me a perception check. Sean, roll me an investigation check. AJ, also roll me a perception check if you wish.
Sure.
Just AJ, get fucked.
Fuck you too. 21.
Fuck you.
20.
Okay. I will start with Brim. You press your ear to this door, and unlike the other doors, there is more silence behind this one than you were expecting.
I have returned from nomming.
Noms.
There's like succinctly worrying about more silence.
AJ, you do not hear anything beyond this door.
Okay.
Carrion, again, much like the library upstairs, the books here have been picked through, and it appears that some have been taken, but you do find two books that speak out to you, that seem to be of interest. Ajamar's Guide to the Fantastic, and The Unfettered Mind.
I'll look at them.
If you wish to take some time to read through what they actually contain, we can do that.
I believe my intent is to just fucking nab them,
Okay.
and we'll go through them later.
So, two doors, not a lot of sound on the other side.
DM, before we inevitably open these doors and get into some horrific combat, could I just speak to Moss and see how they're doing?
Yes.
How are you doing, Moss?
I think I'm doing all right. She's at this point when you wander over, she's got her mouse in one hand and is kind of looking backwards and forwards between him and the dirt behind the window, and just kind of pointing it. She isn't actually having a conversation, but she's just kind of jokingly showing him. Yeah, I think I'm alright. I think now I'm in here, I'm doing a bit better. And I helped, so that's good. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And Moment's enjoying himself.
The mouse looks out the window.
At the dirt.
At the dirt.
Right. It's not so much that it's quiet on the other side, it just feels like an absence of noise.
Or like a magical effect, or
It's entirely possible. It's just, it almost twigs my ear to listen to it for too long. Cherish, do you have, you've got the ability to detect, who's got the ability to detect magic in the, here, out of us spellcasters?
I do. I think Carrion do, don't you, Carrion?
I do.
Could one of you see if this, the other side of this door has any magic in it? It seems a bit too quiet over there.
Any magic?
And I'll move
You
out the
wanna-
way.
Do you want to give it a go, Carrion, or should I? And you can save any components you need.
If I do it, I have to, like, give my power to it.
You do still have a few minutes of your detect magic up.
Right, okay.
Cherish.
Right. Well, save your components then, Carrion. You might be needing it for like a bigger battle or something. So I'm gonna... Cherish is gonna have a look around.
Well, you can't see through the door.
So they're in this room here. What room is he in?
That door, he wants you to see the other side, is magic.
Okay, so if I were to open this door,
You see
Open
into
up.
the room. Contains the shattered remains of a desk and some chairs. And there is indeed a magical effect in the room.
right? Okay. Almost look like there's like a bunch of staffs in there from what I'm seeing.
I think that's just the limitations of what there is in mapping software to denote broken desks and chairs.
Right.
There is indeed a magical effect in that room.
Okay, what do I... Whereas I kind of poke... Treasure's going to kind of poke her head in just to see... Just try and get every inch of the corner to see if there's any magical effect.
There is magic covering the entire room, and as soon as you poke your head into the room, the
It's my
sound...
head.
The sounds of your friends just... It fade.
Oh?
Silence.
I'm going to speak out. Treasure's going to speak out. Hello?
You don't hear anything.
Do we hear her?
Nope.
Do I hear myself?
Nope.
That's silence.
Treasure's going to pull back out. I can't hear myself. I can't hear you. Don't think I can hear you guys.
You can hear everybody now that you're not in the room.
Yeah. I think that seems...
Sometimes we can still hear Cherish's voice.
I'm right here, AJ.
Quit telling everybody I'm dead!
I would like to... Me as a person, me as the out-of-character person, know what might be the spell is, but would would Cherish know what the spell is?
It's a pretty obvious name for a spell.
Yeah.
I will say that
assuming-
you know what this sort of effect is.
Yeah, it's polymorph, guys! Wait. Sorry, John.
Okay, maybe you don't know what the spell is. Never mind.
I think there's a silence spell working on here. Like, it's so quiet. Like, I said hello and nothing was coming out.
Oh no, that does seem worth investigating.
I wonder if it's... But the thing is that it's like there's a desk in here and everything. Maybe this is like where someone just really want to get a focus on their work and something like that. That they will go here and
do you
no
know if the spell?
distractions.
Maybe. Do you know if the spell has any sort of time limit on it?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen how long certain spells go.
Well,
But like those statues were enchanted and that had faded.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back in there. So Cherisher's gonna fully go in.
I'll join you.
No, wait. Can I grab?
Goes in.
Stop.
Too late, they're already in there, they can't hear you.
Cherish dives into the room, and you can see Dax looking up, panicked, waving hands, lips moving behind the mask, possibly.
Yeah.
But no
Cherish
sound.
like kind of looks at him, thinking he's fucking talking when he's not saying anything. He's like, he's really funny.
I didn't know you're taking up miming.
Cherish's gonna fully look around, see if there's any kind of sigils or any kind of item or something that could indicate the spell to happen. Oh, there's a spy one on that down.
What were you saying about going into their Dax?
Well, I was going to suggest a silence could be you wouldn't be able to cast magic spells that required you to speak.
Right, it's true.
Also, once we go in there, we won't be able to communicate with each other. And I was going to suggest some signal.
Cherish's just like jokingly saying, "What?" It's like, what?
It doesn't appear to be that massive of a room. But we
you
should
see Cherish
practice
standing inside, cupping one hand over her ear, her lips moving but no sound coming out.
She's like pulling a smirk as well, like what kind of thing, like.
I can read her lips, which is the funniest thing. So I do know what you're saying, but I'll go in and help her. Can I help in the looking for stuff?
Roll me an Arcana or Investigation check with advantage. It's hard to work together without being able to vocally assist each other, but you work out ways to sort of mime to each other.
Is there anything to show, like anything else of interest besides trying to find a sigil of a silence spell?
Arcana or Investigation will help you find what you're looking for.
Yes, sir. Just Arcana first or Investigation? Okay, Arcana.
With advantage because Brim is assisting.
Well done. Oh my lord!
You don't see anything.
Yikes.
I try mouth at Brim. I don't see anything. Maybe you got better keen eyes.
This is both of you looking.
I sort of gesture to the door.
Yeah, goes back out.
That is a strange one.
Oh, broken.
Seems to be mostly debris.
If anything, a nice quiet room was quite relaxing.
Could I have a look?
Of course, all
Be
yours.
my guess.
I was more
You've got better eyes and you've more perspective than me, Dax.
It's gonna be harder.
Does it have to be Arcana
Or investigation.
or Investigation? Right, let's have a look.
Both. Intelligence.
Can I go over and lend a hand? Moss is intrigued as to what they're talking about.
You can attempt to lend a hand, in which case you can roll with advantage, Dax.
Okay.
You see around the near what would have been the floor, now the ceiling, a string of glowing, very light blue sigils that blend in with the stonework that mark this as a silent reading room.
Oh, Cherish was right. So they've actually cast a spell, like, just so you can have, like, a library, like a quiet space.
Yes.
Nothing else of any value in here.
Unless you value broken pieces of furniture.
No.
Yes.
I'll point out since
They're the
there's,
most
there's sigils on the floor ceiling thing above us.
Oh, I don't know how I did it, but I didn't look up. That makes so much sense.
It's mixed in with the stonework. It's not immediately apparent.
Ah, right. I was worried. I just if there was gullible on the ceiling, I would have missed it.
Everybody starts to gather around the door that AJ is looking at.
Yes. I will open it
Just been
whenever you guys want me to.
staring at the entire time.
I was poised. I wanted you guys to explore first.
Please, after you.
Ooh, that's not a lot of space.
Ooh.
Oh!
You see the stairs that would have come down to this level. Or up to
Oh,
this level.
I thought it was the same room as that one, but apparently not.
You see the rubble that blocks your way from what used to be below, but now above. And partially buried.
This is confusing.
It's very topsy-turvy. Partially buried in the rubble and ice, you can see the remains of a human skeleton in tattered robes.
Oh no! Whoops. Free skull! Carry
Let's go.
Free skull?
Would you like me to
I
dislodge
can't-
it for you? Or... Yeah, it's all yours. Go in there. Oh, I can't get out. Go in there.
Milady Law has redeemed a
Okay.
stretch.
I stripped
Yeah.
it on.
Karen will go in there.
Ah,
But I can't do it.
Carrion scoops up the skull. And as you do so, you notice that one of the fingers is missing from one of its hands.
Oh.
Which
Um,
part of the
The whole
I'm
finger.
going to take a closer look at that. I'm going to take a look at that. Does it look like it was post-mortem? Like when he was already a skeleton? Or does it look like
It-
maybe he had...
It looks
Something.
fairly recent. And this has been a skeleton for a long time.
may I, hold on. May I take a look? Could I roll a medicine or some sort of check to determine sort of like if are there like teeth marks around where the bone is? Like, was it bitten off or was it taken?
Roll me a yeah, medicine or investigation.
I'll take medicine.
Can I roll investigation, as I will also be there having a ponder at it?
Yeah, go ahead.
a bit of ponder?
A goosey gander?
Oh my.
Dang.
That
Well.
had a good old
Mm.
round. That dice. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
I bow out of the way for the expert.
You see no teeth marks. You see no evidence of this being a natural loss of the finger. You can only surmise that there was something of value on that finger, and somebody took his whole finger for it.
Huh.
Is it the ring finger?
It is indeed a ring finger.
That was just absolutely unnecessary.
Aye,
His ex-wife
but
came in.
You were telling them to steal his skull.
Yeah, because he's already dead.
lots of
That's right. Hold up the skull to Dax. Does it look like he's using it?
Yeah.
But AJ seemed upset that someone took the finger.
Well, sometimes I think the valuable should be left, but what good is a brain when it's dead?
So the thing that would be of
Right.
no use to anyone,
Well,
you shouldn't take.
yeah,
You
but it
can
has a
take.
little if there was something on that finger, it's a nice little relic that they can value in death. Well, what are they going to value about a brain that doesn't work?
I don't think you understand. I mean, because you have died. I don't know if
I
you
just
understand
want
how
to do
this
something nice for my friend, okay?
right.
God, Dax, stop judging me!
Whoa! I don't think there's any need to take sort of that volume.
Is everything
Just-
okay, guys?
I just hear the leftovers of the last words of what AJ said just echoing down the tunnels and different things.
Yeah, maybe just be a bit. I'm sorry to say, it's just mate. We don't know if anyone's still here, so just.
I'm not upset,
be
just
on the guard, guys.
overwhelmed.
That's understandable.
Down in the depths.
Open the stupid door, Dax.
The carriage is gonna turn to Moss. Everything alright with you now? You feeling any better?
Moss has just been watching this conversation, just turning her head backwards and forwards.
Yeah,
watching it.
Despite the fact she's about to say it, and then she just seems like, yeah, she seems like she's a bit less tense now. So she like,
Yeah, I'm doing a bit better, thanks. It's still
oh,
weird,
that's good.
but
Uh,
I'm getting into the swing of it, I think.
Yeah, at least you're calm. But like I said, like
What's in the door?
Uh,
What is that?
Dax,
me.
the door opens and you see a spiral staircase leading upwards from here, but to lower levels of the tower in previous times.
This is really messing with my brain.
Is it of no use to us?
It is choked with rubble.
Well, there's only one solution then. The
Hold on. Let me tie some rope off just in case we need to make a quick escape out of here.
Oh, sure.
I'll put some pitons down and sort of continue the rope that we've got going all the way down, and I'll descend first, if that's all right with everyone.
Yes. God, I'd
Alright.
murder for Dimension Door right now. Oh, bye. Whee!
Oh, bit of a bigger space down here.
I fell on you.
Oh, careful, AJ.
No.
This chamber
I-
appears to have been a wizard's laboratory, as evidenced by the upside-down storage cupboards and empty shelves fastened to the walls.
Oh,
The shattered
it's-
glass and alchemical equipment strewn across the floor, and the arcane symbol painted on what now appears to be the ceiling. In the middle of this space, a 5-foot wide passageway has been punched through the ceiling and floor and leads up to the other levels. Near them, a partially collapsed wall exposes a room that lies beyond.
I think things are starting to come together.
Right. Well, is it possible to just scoot into this room here,
It is.
or would I? Ah, perfect.
Shimmy, shimmy.
I'll do that. sort of get over here. Anything in this room?
A stone altar is attached to the ceiling in this otherwise empty semicircular room. An 8-pointed star is carved into the eastern face of the altar.
Ooh.
Roll me a religion check.
There's an altar with an 8-pointed star on it.
Everybody can roll me religion checks.
What? I'm not very religious, but I give it a go. Boo, 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 boo.
See.
Oh, no idea.
Where's that?
Whoa! Oh,
Somewhat religious.
Ta-da! Well done!
Why did that not pop up?
What's
There it
this?
is.
The cleric knows about the religious symbol. Can't do.
AJ, Cherish, Carrion, and Moss. Carrion especially. You will recognize this symbol as the holy symbol of Mistril, the first incarnation of Mistra, the goddess of magic.
Can't get away from it, can we?
Carrion,
Yes.
you know that the holy shrines of Mistril are rare and often full of mystery.
I'm just kind of looking at this and mystery.
Oh,
Mysteries
Mysteries afoot.
that's
It's-
that's very interesting.
It's gonna shimmy into the altar room as well, and
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Carrion because I'm curious.
the altars of Mistral, they have. They usually have something about them, something interesting.
well, I don't. It must still be interesting because now it's on the ceiling. Is there like a trick to them? Do they have like some sort of storage inside of them? You're a lot more
Wizards.
magically inclined. You were saying, Cherish?
I would just say like mostly wizards like worship this person, right?
I mean,
To my little bit of knowledge.
deity of magic. They are magic.
Oh right, yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
It's weird. I seem to know an awful lot about this at the moment. It's almost like I've been playing a game concerning it constantly.
We can't get away from it. That's what I said earlier. I was like, we can't get away from it.
But yeah, it's like I don't know quite what, but it's like they're rare. And they tend to have I don't know what it is. It's like something about them, and something. It's on the ceiling. It's awkward.
You look up at it, and the altar is about 9 feet above the now floor, and blends seamlessly into the ceiling.
It's just not like being built there. It's like it's all been carved from the same material
Yes.
the floor has been. I need to get a closer look. I want a closer look. So,
You're welcome to stand on my shoulders if you want.
You
Carrion.
go.
just almost forgetting that there's a person in the party who doesn't know, kind of just opens the robe and just flies up. Like,
Actually, no. She's like, maybe you just don't want to use your wing. And it's just, I feel like so that'll be useful
Moss.
to be chugging it.
like you can tell in his face that he's kind of like he's lost in thought and hasn't even thought of it.
Yeah.
But
Moss, you see
Cherry's like
Carrion.
completely like, yeah.
Carrion loosens the robes that he wears, and a pair of bat-like wings unfold from his back. And he just flaps and takes off into the air. How does Moss react to this?
You can, if you were watching her, you would see she's a little bit stunned by it, and like for a second pauses, but then just kind of shakes her head slightly and then nods to herself like, no, this is weird. Well, okay, sure, like okay, I'll bring that one up later. Sort of mutters it to herself, and then is just watching intently. She's trying really hard to take everything in her stride, dear of her.
Of course there's more weirdness. Of course there is.
More awareness. Aha.
Carrion.
I'm gonna have a bloody good look.
There is a stone altar. The symbol is carved into the front surface of it. On top, there is what at one point would have been a bowl.
Something needs to go in bowl? But how do you put it in bowl when it's upside down now? But then the flames were just going down where they normally would. So, maybe same thing for the bowl? Is there anything I can do to try and glean more information?
Do you want to touch the altar at all?
I am going to touch the altar.
Oh my god, what is happening?
All of that say.
Yep, Carrion just dies. Carrion straight
Just
dead.
dies.
Just disintegrates.
Please don't disintegrate.
Like a
Karen,
moth
I love you.
thrown into one of them. Like a moth that's flown into one of those happy things.
Not Icarus flying too close to the sun.
You place your hand on the symbol, and there is a shimmer of light in what would have been the bowl at the top of the altar.
Uh-oh.
And a stoppered bottle of water, or a stoppered bottle of a luminous blue liquid appears and starts to fall to the ground.
Can I try and catch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and catch it as well.
Everyone's just trying to...
Would all three of you like to make me a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I too far away?
You are too far away.
Cool.
Normal.
Normal dexterity saving throw.
I'm not very reflective enough.
I will know in about 2 hours.
Carrion, you reach out and you just sort of bat it and it starts spinning instead of closing a hand around it. Cherish, you reach and you just fumble and you go to close your hand but you bat the bottle aside and it's flipping end over end, and Brim, you just reach out and grab the bottle out of the air just before it hits the ground.
Alright.
That was technically in high order.
Cherish is also gonna look her on the ground to see if anything of like that be related to the shrine, like anything of value or like something that is of importance.
You don't see anything else on the ceiling floor.
Ceiling floor, yes.
Very confusing.
Guardian, do you know what this is?
No. But he's just quickly giving the altar just another quick once over. With that, that's like the only thing that was there. But
Nothing else occurs.
So just like flaps down, lands, and I don't know. It's just a look at the bottle in Rim's hand.
I'll hand it back to you.
Good, strong dwarfish hands.
Sorry, they're calloused and rough.
Princess Lindsay's hands. She's using jazz as well as the hands of Crawford.
What?
Everything's fine.
Let's go see the wing. Oh!
Carrion, I trust you with my life, but are you on drugs?
What do I need to roll to let it click? I'm done with these insults over there.
I'm just gonna open the fucking door.
You can try an Arcana roll, but probably you're going to need to identify what this is.
Cool.
I will attempt an Arcana roll, and then when we have a few minutes, I will attempt.
You
Dang.
can tell that it's magic.
I tell it's magic.
It glows.
Oh, it does. That's actually it.
That's how you can tell it's so magic. It glows. It's all glowy.
I will hold on to it for now. I'll try to identify it when we have a minute to sit down and look at it properly. I want to do a ritual on it, but it'll take 10 minutes.
Just here. Just
All
here.
right.
Sportive. Alright. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna be.
That's
I'm
a
gonna be
wall.
near. Oh, God, that's the wall. I'm gonna be right here, behind this hole.
Then, as Carrion moves toward the hole to shimmy around it, suddenly notices Moss, realizes wings, and hardly right eyes.
Whoops!
AJ!
No, that was a misclick.
That was a misclick that you went in, that you opened the door.
I opened the door. I didn't mean to walk inside.
Some effort has been taken to arrange the contents of this upside-down room, creating a functional office. A table stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by a small stack of books. Lying on the table is a whirring amulet on a chain.
Ooh.
Two figures stand behind the table. One, an undead warrior in studded leather armor, its dead grey flesh drawn tight over its bones, and its face locked in a terrible scowl. The other is an attractive young man in cold weather clothing. His face, beneath a frayed witch's hat, displays a studious eyes and a warm smile. Welcome to
yes.
the lost Spire of Netheril, he says.
Oh! Just walks in and immediately slams the door shut.
My name is Zan.
Zan.
AJ.
Oh, that's it.
You remember.
You know, his name alone is on.
My name is Zan. Damn it, I need to stop introducing myself. AJ, you recall when your group first made it to East Haven.
Yes.
You watched a execution, a man being burnt at the stake.
We did.
Oh damn!
It was this man.
What the fuck?
Wait, isn't the young, cool, attractive man?
The young, attractive man. You watched him burn to death.
Yeah, so it's like AJ sees this, it clicks, and then he just immediately slams the door and just says,
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be alive.
Hello to you too. What do you mean?
Oh, you're a wizard?
Well, sort of.
Oh, that makes 10 times more sense. That's fine. You know, I've died twice now and come back, so nothing wrong about that.
What do you mean I've died?
You were incinerated. Your ashes scattered across the winds. It was an absolutely remarkable display. So I'm guessing they kind of reformed here? Or that was some weird clone of yourself?
Oh, you mean Zan has died? I am a simulacrum of my creator. This tower is but a fragment of a Netherese flying city that crashed. Are you here alone, or are there others waiting on the other side of that door that might like this exposition as well? Because I don't want to have to repeat myself.
For the safety of the hypothetical people that may be outside the door, I'm just going to say that I'm by myself for now, unless you're going to prove to me that you're not going to kill us. I mean, me.
I'm not going to
There's a knock on the... There's a knock on the door. It's just like, hey, AJ, you slammed the door.
Are you okay?
Right.
The hypothetical people appear to be knocking at the door.
Oh, so hypothetical. I imagine them to life.
You are a powerful wizard. Or do you want to let them in?
Cherish is just gonna, like, if the door was open, Cherish is gonna, like, abruptly poke her head in, like, AJ, what are you doing?
Cherish, do you remember Zan?
Just below Cherish's head is mine, just going, what's going on in...
What the?
Right?
What the actual fuck? Wait, did we see him run in life last time?
I thought you...
Do come inside, or I could come...
yeah, of course.
Shall I come out there? It's
honestly, it might be a wee bit better.
Yeah, if you come out here.
Back up.
Slam it in reverse.
Oh,
the door's like
Josh, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get out!
Alright, so you're Zan the simulacrum. The Zanulacrum.
Yes,
Zanulacrum.
I am a simulacrum of my creator, Zan.
Well, it's safe to say that you're the original now.
This tower is but a fragment of a Netherese flying city that crashed nearly 2,000 years ago. The rest of the city lies somewhere under the glacier. On the lowest level of this tower, or what once would have been the highest level of the tower, Zan found a chamber that can turn illusions into reality.
Well, like, at this point, Cherish is going to quickly dart ahead towards Moss and explain that this guy that we saw him in East Haven and he was burned alive, and now he's here. Just keep that in mind, Moss.
Moss has gone back to looking really concerned again.
And I'm not, and Cherish not even helping her, like, as in, like, oh, everything's fine. Like, she's like legit concerned herself. Like, bitch, I'm concerned too. I don't know what the fuck is going on. We'll be concerned together and look back at Zan.
The life spark of a living creature is needed to activate its power. As a creation of snow and shadow, I have no life spark of my own, and Krintas, my bodyguard, is of no help in this regard. I assure you that the chamber can in no way harm anyone.
Okay. Well, how long have you been here before?
It's been a few weeks now.
Weeks.
And in the timeline, when did the actual Zan die?
It's been a few weeks now.
Jesus.
Well, I'm glad you survived in some capacity.
Do we remember why he was executed?
He was a red priest.
Yeah.
Red wizard thing.
Oh.
He was a red wizard?
Yeah.
Oh.
You might also recall that he had he had hired a group of adventurers to go out into the tundra, and they found something, and he murdered them all.
Ah. There is also that.
Why don't we just not bring that up? I think it's a sore subject.
Yeah.
Inciting him saying that the chamber can't hurt anyone.
Not sure about that.
That's why he's inciting.
As far as you can read on him, he believes that to be accurate.
Okay.
Also, Cherish will quickly reply, like, okay, how long have you been here?
It's been 1 week since you looked at it.
1 week.
No, 1 second.
1 second.
I am looking up my notes. It has been a little under 3 weeks.
Why do you want us to go into this chamber?
Well, if you can activate it, it can. I'm a simulacrum. I'm not a real thing. If I go into this chamber and you activate it, I can become the real Zan, exactly the same as he was when he was alive.
You want to be a real boy.
It's something we definitely all want to happen, and wouldn't be terrified of that prospect.
And then I can go on and continue his work.
And what would his work be?
We were looking for the city, the rest of the city that this tower was a part of.
Oh.
This was to be our base of operations. He went back to East Haven to collect some supplies and hasn't returned now for obvious reasons.
Yeah, he was. He did hire a group of adventurers to go explore the tundra, and when they came back,
they found this tower.
Aye, and then he murdered them all. So.
Oh.
You can see why we'd be a bit on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
I promise not to murder you all.
My question is, who's next to me?
That's his undead bodyguard.
This is Krintas.
He's telling the truth.
I mean, do we need to roll as if he's going to murder us? Like, if it suits his purposes, he's going to murder us.
He's not like. I want to believe you will act exactly as you might even try.
Can I get the spelling of his bodyguard?
Yes. So, for the sake of note takers everywhere, there is the spelling of Zan.
Ah.
And Krintas.
Oh, I spelt it as almost like Krimtas, like Christmas. Oh god.
DM, just what did we? Why are we in this tower? What was it we wanted from this?
It was one of the leads in the book.
Yes.
Is this the book we got from?
The book you got from Valome
Yeah.
that spoke about the interests of some of the people further south were funding expeditions to find both this tower and deal with some other things in the frozen north.
Right, so we don't know specifically what it is we're after. It's just they were interested in it, so we're going to check it out.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Well then,
Moss will pipe up and say to the guy, "So if you change into the other guy, will you remember this conversation? Or, like, do you go back to, like, him?"
No, I'll still be me. It's just the me that the me that I'll be will be a real person.
so you go into this chamber, and then we activate it. And do we have to think like make Zan a real person?
You just have to activate it.
Will you? If we do this for you, will you help us in return? Navigating this place and let us, for lack of a better term, I turn to Quintas. No offense meant by this. Pick your brain about a certain couple of subjects that happen to do with this and the Flying City.
If I can assist you without endangering the my goal and the goal of the Arcane Brotherhood, I shall.
Do any of us know what the Arcane Brotherhood is?
Yeah, can I roll a history check on that?
You can.
Or something of the like.
Can we all
history.
roll for that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so close to being a natural one on my screen.
Yikes.
that's 20.
Here's the unlocking.
You would have heard whispers. All of you would have heard whispers of an arcane brotherhood. A loosely associated selection of wizards operating out of somewhere in Luskan. Beyond that, it appears to be, like, from what you've heard, a group of wizards that sort of pool their resources.
Do we know like evil, good, indifferent?
Where do they usually stand?
They don't tend to, as a group, they don't tend to have a standing in that particular ranking. They value knowledge.
Ah, okay.
Well, should we discuss as a group what how we can best help Zan in private?
Sure. Could you? Terribly sorry, Zan, to ask you to sort of go back into your office for a wee bit, but
What can I offer you to convince you?
Well, we might want to discuss it first, and then we can talk offer type situation. Also, good question. Why is this place upside down?
It fell. It was attached to the city, and as the city was falling out of the sky, this collapsed off of it.
I see.
Is as far as we can tell.
And these tunnels?
Yes. He heads back into his office for a second, picks up the amulet that was noticed on the table. Pulls the amulet out and shows you this ticking amulet. This used to control an automaton. It should allow you to control the automaton and have it follow you round and protect you. It escaped.
Great start.
It dug its way out, and we've not been able to find it since.
Delightful.
What does it look like? Like, would it clearly be an automaton?
An 8-foot-tall metallic man. It could be a man in very heavy armor, but most likely it's fairly obviously not.
Yes. So if we could have a moment just to discuss.
Yes. He and Grintas head back into the office and close the door.
Right. So, stage whispering. We're not helping him, right?
I don't think it's a good
I
idea.
mean, he seems quite knowledgeable, at least about the tower and the rest of the things in here. If it's a chamber, if it's true what he says, that makes illusion magic real, and all he wants to be is, forgive the pun, a real boy. If he can get, well, if the automaton doesn't get us, I mean, if he does turn on us, it's what, one undead white and a wizard. There's 5 of us. I think we have the numbers on him just in case he turns.
A wizard of indeterminate strength and power.
Well, the Zan he's based off of got burnt at the stake and being rounded up by regular people, so.
And he also managed to kill a party of adventurers.
I did.
Perhaps single-handedly.
Yeah, but that might have been him sneaking around when they were asleep and slitting their throats, not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want my throat slit in my sleep.
It's not
Then don't go sleep near him.
Not true. That is a fair point.
I would like to help him.
Brim, I'm really shocked. You shocked me, Brim.
I would also like.
Have I? I feel like this is fairly on par for me.
I mean, do you feel that the real Zan, do you think he was a bad guy? Like, if the real Zan was here, would you help him with something?
I mean, it depends on what he'd want. I mean, if he wanted help murdering people, no. Besides the obvious.
Okay, but what if he was trapped in this tower and he wanted help to leave, and we know he's murdered people? Can you see how that would make us help him murder?
Yes, I can see how that. Yes, I can see your point of view. However, that one hasn't murdered anyone yet, that we know of, and it's a simulacrum. It said itself. It's more shadow and snow.
We can't help. And like these red wizard people, they're bad, right? Like,
Yes, undeniably.
So,
Society.
like, did Zan become a red wizard in the couple of weeks he's been gone, or is this simulacrum like, oh yeah, red wizards, they're awesome. My other self is one.
Well, I mean, You could ask.
Honestly, what do you actually know about Wizards of Fate? Other than what everyone says.
What? Well, all right, DM. What do we know about these red wizards?
Largely from your experiences, they're wizards that largely focus on necromancy. They come from a tyrannical foreign country. You don't often have to know very much about them because they stay there. Unless they don't.
Would the general
Unless they don't.
Would the general perception be extremely negative of them?
Yes.
Like, if you were in a restaurant and one came in, would you freak out?
You would.
I don't. If a red-robed wizard walked into a bar, I don't think that you'd have much of a chance to scream.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can't help this guy.
Why not?
I mean, he seems to be more loyal to the Arcane Brotherhood than the Red Wizards of Thay.
In the Arcane Brotherhood were happy to have a red wizard of Thay amongst their numbers.
They value knowledge. They don't care where the knowledge comes from.
That's not necessarily a good thing. I know the three of us have spoken a lot here. What does AJ and Cherish and Moss think?
There's really little point asking Moss.
Yeah. I can't think right now about this. There's a lot going on in this place. Do what you think is right. And just make sure everyone else is fine.
AJ?
Yes.
have you been paying attention?
I've been paying attention. I just don't have an opinion.
Yeah, the yes just sounded like you like oh yeah, I don't know, and you just voted on the end of the world. So you don't have an opinion.
No, not really.
Like, what do we hope to gain by helping this person?
Knowledge of why some demon cultists would be interested in this tower, besides the obvious that it's the magical sort of thing. If there's anything that would help them in their goals, if there's any other structures around here that they might pillage for magical artifacts. City of Wizards probably had a lot of, well, things falling off of it before it crashed, so...
That's true. A thirst for knowledge is always good. At the same time, if the 10 towns find out we're doing this, I don't think we're going to have a greater reputation.
We're 6 days out into the wilderness. I don't think...
Word spreads quick in the 10 towns regardless of where you are.
So are you gonna tell anyone?
Well, I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm just saying, look, you never know.
Sorry?
Snitches get stitches.
If 2 people know it's not a secret.
Yeah. What he said.
Fair enough.
That's not Daxini would say, but that's just my general opinion. That,
fair enough.
Alright, let me put it this way. It's like, if the majority wants to help him, that's absolutely fine. But, if this tarnishes my name and my reputation, not to be selfish, but you may see the slight markings of a scowl on my face. That will last only a millisecond, and then I will forgive you.
But it will sting all the same.
It'll wound me deep.
I'm not mad, just disappointed.
No.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, my feeling is we'd be helping a potentially very evil creature continue being evil.
Mm.
But we don't know he's evil.
Well, we have a very strong suggestion that the creature he is based off was evil.
And is that enough to condemn him?
Condemn him to what?
Condemn him to be evil as well?
Well, no, but right, maybe
Not to point the finger and not to make assumptions, but most hags are evil and are horrible beings that try to entrap people and murder them and eat children and all that kind of jazz. But you and your mother seem reasonable and nice, and you are reasonable. So would it be fair for someone to? Would it be fair for someone to accuse you of being evil?
Are you bringing mums into this?
Yes.
Fellas, I feel like this is getting a wee bit personal. Why don't we just, until we get to the chamber, he's just another member of the party, and then we can decide then.
I think it would be harder to refuse him if we're at this chamber.
What's the alternative? We just leave him here?
Yes.
We could say that we're continuing to explore and then decide whether we come back or not, depending on what we find.
That's a good point.
Well, he also knows probably where everything is. It's been here for weeks.
I feel we're at an impasse.
Oh, having a hot debate in the group.
My vote is unchanged.
Well, I will go with majority.
That's 3 to help again.
Please don't make me the tiebreaker on this.
Dax, if he does turn on us and turns out to be evil, you can say I told you so all you want.
Yeah, I don't want to be dead when that happens, right?
I assume we'll have a little bit of. I assume we'll put up a bit of a fight before we die.
Alright, let me put it this way, Dax. If we do die, or if you specifically die, we'll be sure to carry you with us. Carry on, make sure that won't you.
I said before, Karen doesn't touch me. I'll die.
Oh no, your skull is his now.
The skulls with the horns
skull.
coming out.
That's definitely
Just a quick question: are those horns a part of your skull? They clip-ons.
Seriously?
What? Wow.
I don't know.
I
I'm
am.
really using the decoration.
Around this time, guys,
Gobsmacked.
I would love to have a big jug of mead right now. You know, because this is a like. Mentally, I'm not all here at the moment, and it's just like okay.
Now just picturing every night Dax just like pops the antlers off, puts them on
Like,
one side,
screws
just
them
like,
off.
oh, that's so much better.
So, John, out of character, how long has it been since our long rest?
It's been a few hours.
Yeah. I say, how about we let's just get this over and done with. And if you find any snarls or remarks that could be somewhat negative upon us, Stags, or anyone else in this room, as a matter of fact, show any kind of negativity from Stan and his undead friend, and if you show any way of basically become hostile to us, we will take action. Does that make any sense? Is that understood? The longer we are here, the difficulty is to get out of here. There's a lot. By the looks of it, we seem we've got a lot to explore here. And we'll just have to be very careful.
I will say, I will keep an eye on him if we do decide to take him.
And if he casts Dimension Door or Teleport or Polymorph or...
I'm sure someone has the ability to counter it. Well, I will drag him down myself.
Anything Dimension Door or Teleport or whatever, he goes away from us, and that's unfortunate, but...
Yeah, I don't want to get to the next village and find it's been destroyed by a red wizard, and just because it didn't happen to me, that's okay.
That's not what we're...
That's what Carrion just said. You know, he gets away from us, and that's the end of the problem. It's not. That's the start.
Well, also he's a simulacrum at the moment.
You keep going on about how he is going to kill us.
I don't want him to kill anyone.
So, good question, Carrion. When it comes to the word simulacrum, I'm assuming he is not as his actual his original copy, no. So he's not as... He doesn't have, like, the body of Sam himself.
I mean, he'll have the abilities that he had when he created the simulacrum.
Right.
From what I know, it's a very high level abilities thing.
Right.
I mean, I'm not speaking in D in terms, magic terms, but it's like simulacrum is generally considered like a lesser copy.
Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, if he shows any signs of weaknesses when he's become hostile towards us, we can definitely use that for our advantage, but at the same time, we'll just have to cross that road when we get there.
Well, it my vote's my vote, but evidently that's not going to matter, so...
The other choices is we tell him we're not going to help him. Then we have this potentially hostile, I don't think he is, but he might, we don't know, potentially hostile person roaming around this tower who will possibly jump us in the night and kill us. If we have him with us, we're at least near us.
Let alone if he is gonna, if we trust him and he is a better person, he's more likely to help us to find out, like, there might be traps in this place, or he might know something else that can be of value. So,
well, it's it's the mathematics of it has spoken that I'm the only one who's against it. Not happy about it, but this is what we'll do.
the thing is, though, Dax, that you always see someone that isn't part of our group. You know,
like the mind flayers.
Yeah,
that we helped.
That's understandable. Like, my family's not that good, but like, even just people who are not even that dangerous and not even hostile to us, you still don't trust them.
I don't trust a lot of people, yeah. My experience has told me you shouldn't trust people immediately.
Me neither.
But as I say, like,
Moss looks at the ground.
I pet Moss. I put Moss on the shoulders. Take her on.
I'm not saying I don't trust Moss. I'm very invested in finding out what's going on with Moss. But again, like, seeing Moss can come with us and we'll try and help her is different to helping a potential red wizard. But as I say, it's done. The decision's been made.
I mean, for all you know, Moss, like, not Moss, I meant Dax, and no offense to you, Moss. Well, if she actually find out who she truly is, she might even turn out to be very evil than all of us. Than him.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, whatever decision we make, we will suffer the consequences.
It's been
And we'll
made.
just have to take it. Yeah, it's been made. We'll just
Sam!
take it.
You see, piled on the table, he's got a satchel filled with books, and next to it is the ticking amulet. I thought I'd prepare some items that I might use to barter with you to assist in, to buy your assistance.
Oh?
Well, yes, I mean, you said you might want to get something out of helping.
It's true. We do believe in an honest day's pay for an honest day's work.
I don't want you to just trust me on this.
Well,
This is a selection of books that I found in the tower while I've been here that might be of interest to you. And this amulet controls a shield guardian if you can get it close enough to re-establish that connection. If you assist me, I'm happy to part with all of these, and myself and Krintas will head back into the wilderness to continue our search for the rest of the town.
Nice.
Is this
Right,
acceptable?
I believe it is. Right. Now, where is this chamber of yours?
Well, there's a hole in the ground over there.
Aye.
I fear that there are some hostile creatures on the floor below, but nothing you shouldn't be able to handle. And the chamber is down there.
Didn't happen to be sort of any insectoid humanoids at all, would they?
No. You saw the Thrakreen upstairs then.
Sorry, the what?
Thrakreen, it's in the cage. No. Oh.
No, we saw it. It's just I've never heard that word before.
It's an insectoid race that doesn't come from this planet.
Oh.
That's why it's so peculiar that it's up. There was one upstairs. Downstairs?
Upstairs. Come on.
Around.
Upstairs.
No, these are basilisks.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
No, thank you.
Ah.
That's what?
Basilisk. We can't word today.
Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins.
Stone eaters.
Can make up, please.
But you can deal with those, can't you?
How many?
We've never done more, but we can try.
Just a couple.
Just a couple of small ones. Couple of small ones.
Leans over
Just
to
like-
Carrion. What's their deal? Like,
So this is-
what do they do? Yeah.
Don't look them in the eye or you turn to stone.
Oh. Oh.
That is about the long and short of it, aye.
Don't suppose. Wait. Turn to stone.
Aye. Turn to stone.
Don't suppose everybody knows a good spell to reverse that, right? Because I don't have the ability for that.
It's petrify, isn't it? Like, is the ability.
Petrification. No breathing. Don't give up.
Is this like looking straight at them? Do like reflections and stuff work?
Their eyes and bite, I believe, can induce, well, the magical effect of turning flesh to stone.
Yep.
Why are the basilisks here?
I can assume they were part of the research of somebody who was once in this tower, and they must have escaped as it fell to the ground, or they snuck in before we found it.
Have you just been... Is it just been...
Avoiding them mostly.
Fair enough. Have you just been sticking to these 3 floors then?
Yes. We know that the chamber is down there. The real Zan found it, managed to sneak past the basilisks. But, well, as Krintas or myself can't activate it, we didn't see the need to go in there.
Right.
Okay.
Looks at the others. Does that change things?
I don't know.
Well, basilisk, blood eyes and teeth do go... They can sell quite highly.
Dear gods, Brim.
What?
Here on the black market, the green kidney can go first.
Useful alchemical components. There's I heard an old wives' tale that the blood of a basilisk could get rid of the petrification or reverse it, something. But I don't know if that has any credit. That's just what I've heard.
Is it the next floor down that these creatures are on?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull out a tooth.
So that really doesn't hurt when you do that. You just reach up there and pull out a molar.
Yeah, if I pull out the next one, that would hurt.
Right.
And then
Gotcha.
I'll drop it down the hole.
Is it the same tooth every single time?
No.
The tooth drops down into the darkness of the hole, and you hear it much like the stones that AJ has been dropping down. It lands about the same distance down. But this time you can hear, with your passive perceptions, a hissing reptilian sound.
Can I see anything through it, or is it too dark, or...?
The room is lit the same as the others. A set of torches around the room. Their flames reaching up towards what was once the ceiling. You can see into this room. Rusty tableware, shattered plates, and broken chairs lie scattered on the floor amidst 2 tables, one overturned and the other on its side. Crawling out from behind the tipped-over tables, you can see a hulking, 8-legged reptile with glowing eyes, and we'll call that the cliffhanger moment.
Oh, hell!
Oh, hell.